Okay, so today we'll try to cover the other portion of the data manipulation language: insert, update, and delete. Okay, and then we'll also look at the different operators. We had already started discussing about operators in the last class, right? So we'll continue from there and discuss about the operators. Okay, let's just go ahead. So before we begin discussion about operators today, I wanted to tell you about one more special property called null value. Okay, so you might have seen yesterday in the table that the patient's data that we're querying. So you would have seen at a lot of places there was a value called capital NULL written. Okay, so what does that mean? So null value is used to represent something when you don't know the data, when you don't know what is the data there, and when the data is actually missing. So all of those times you use null value. Null, so it means it doesn't have any meaning like that. Okay. So if you don't know the, let's say for example, there are phone numbers, and if you don't know the phone number of a user, you'll put null there. Or even if it is missing, you'll put null there. Okay. So how is this value different from making the row empty, that specific column empty, or having a zero? The difference is that if you had zero or if you had empty, you're specifically putting that value. So this value means that there is nothing. There is nothing or the data is missing. So it is different from zero or empty value. Okay. And also there is one more thing. So you cannot compare null value with the null value. Like for example, if the column value is null and you say is equal to null, no, then also it will be false. And if the column value is null, then also if you do null is equal to null, it will still be false. So the only way to check if a column value is null or no is to check whether there is a keyword called is null and is not null. Okay. So only with these two values you can check whether some value inside a column is null or no. Okay. And then also when you are using statements like count and all, right, so null values are not included because null value doesn't actually mean anything. Null values are omitted when you're doing count and all. Okay, let me just show some examples to you. So if you do, let's start from patients. You can see here, right, allergies. Okay, so you see where allergies are null. So now if I do, so let's start from patients where allergies is equal to null. Okay. So even then you see it is not showing anything because nothing equals null. Yeah, null is equal to null is also false. And even if I do where allergy is not equal to null, no, then also it doesn't show anything. But if I do allergies is null, now this is showing certain values, right? And now if I do where allergies is not null, it will tell me all the people who are not, whose allergies is not empty. So it will show me some value. Okay. So the only way to check whether some value is null or no is using is or is not. We cannot use equal to. So allergy is equal to null, even if this is null is false, not equal to null is also false. Okay, I hope this is clear. And when I was talking about saying select, if I do a count, it won't include, like for example, if you see, right, select count from patients. Now if I do, what is the value? 4530. Okay, so this is, I'm just counting all the number of rows. But if I was going to check count allergies, it is giving me 2471. Why is it not giving me the whole this value 4530? It is because uh, when I do count and when I include any column, right? So all the values that are null are not included. Okay, that is why null means it null actually, what does it mean? It means that it doesn't know its value, right? So if I don't know the value of something, how can I say that this is present, right? So count actually counts the number of items present in this column, right? So that is why allergies there are values more than around 2000 values that are null. That's why you're not getting total 4700 or 4800. So just to recap, we are discussing about SQL operators yesterday, right? So there are two types of operators: unary operator and binary operator. In unary operator, we only have one operand, and in binary operator, we have two operands. Okay. And we had also discussed about normal arithmetic operators: SQL addition, plus operator, minus operator, multiplication, division, modulus. Okay. These are all pretty straightforward. Plus how you would do normal addition, subtraction, and all, no? Very similar to that. Okay, so nothing fancy here. Same kind of values. Okay. Today we'll continue from the next place today. That is comparison operators. So yeah, we have used at one or the other place these operators as well: equal to, not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Like when we are using where clauses, right? Select or from. Let us say when I do select R from patients, where gender is equal to M. So this is equal to operator. So this will give me all the page people who are, sorry, what did we miss? Mm-hmm. Capital M, sorry. Okay. So this will give me all the people who are male. This is equal to. So now if I do a not equal to, this will give me people who are not male. Okay. And if I do, I can't do greater than or equal to here. It doesn't make sense, but I can do it for birth date, right? So I was showing you yesterday. So I want to find out people who all are born after 2000, 2000 Jan, let's say. Then what I would do, where birth date is greater than, what is the date? 2000, 01, 0101. I would say greater than or equal to. Okay. So then this should show me all the people who are born after 2000. If I would make it less than or equal to, it should show me all the people who were born before 2000. Okay, so very straightforward: greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. And for heights and weights, right, I can use less than or greater than, just less than or greater than. So if I do where height is less than, I have to use height is less than, since it is a number, a float, and integer type, so I can directly put the number where height is greater than, less than 100. So it would return me all the values where height is less than 100. Okay, so just to, sorry, 1 second, क्या हुआ? 1 minute. I think it closed it. Okay, so the very straightforward comparison operators. Yeah. So let us go to the next one, that is logical operators. So what are logical operators? Logical operators, they'll either give you when you're using these keywords, they'll either give you a true or false kind of a thing. Okay, so here in the previous in comparison operators, we are comparing this with an operand and then they're giving you true or false. So here also you use this keyword, and each of these keywords means something different. Okay, so we'll go over all the, I think we have already done like and or, right? And or is pretty straightforward. So it is like and or is this, right? How do you do? So if it is true and true, then it will be true. If the LHS is true and RHS is true, then it is true. If LHS is true and RHS is false, then it is false. If this is false and true, then also it is false, false, and false, then it is false. So this is how AND works. So you take two values and this is how it will be. And if you use OR, it will be slightly different. True or true is true, true or false is still true, false or true is also still true, and then false and false or false is false. Okay. So in case of or, only when both the values left and right or left and right are false, then it will be false. Even if any one of them is true, you'll get true. But in case of and, both of them are supposed to be true. So and or are pretty straightforward. Okay. So let us talk about the other ones. Now let's talk about all command. Okay. So what all command does is we can specify a query inside a query. Okay. And then whatever are the items inside that query, right? The condition should satisfy all those values. Like for example, so let us say I have a table called this. Select star from Amazon Electronics. So this is the table. So let us say I want to find out all the items whose price is cheaper than cost of any Apple item. Okay, we can do that. Select star from Amazon Electronics, where price price is less than all. Select price from Amazon Electronics where brand is Apple. Okay. So then this closes the function. Yeah, right. I think yeah. So correct. You see here, right? What I've done. So I'm selecting all the products from Amazon Electronics table whose price is less than all the prices of Apple items. So that is why we got only four. So you'll see that the price of Apple items is at least more than this. Okay. So basically what all does is whatever you're given inside this, right? So previously what we were check, if I was to check something now, what I would do that time, I would check like this, where price is less than 100. Okay, then it would return me some item. So now instead of checking for one item, if I want to check for lot of items from a table, so that all this condition less than condition should satisfy for all the items in this. So the price that I'm looking from this table here should be less than all the items in this. So only then I'll be able to show the item. Okay. So this is one. Let's say I also want to find out, the query is this: find all products, uh, find all the products which are, let's say not like this. We can say find all products in which Apple does not sell. Find all products such that Apple does not sell in that category. Okay. So what I'm saying, if I do a select star from, so you can see there are list of products, Apple, like Galaxy, so and so, so and so, so and so. So basically what I'm saying, get me all the products such that Apple should not sell such kind of products. So if you see, Apple does not sell any e-readers, right? What all Apple is selling? Apple only sells, see, Apple only sells smartphones, earbuds, and tablets. So I want to find out all such items which in which the categories are not sold by Apple. So I can do two things. One I would do is I would go find out what are the categories like this. So select star from Amazon Electronics, where category CTGO category not equal to uh, smartphones, and category not is equal to earbuds, and category not is equal to tablets. So basically I'm doing the same thing, right? So this will give me all the items which are not, in which Apple does not have presence, all the categories where Apple does not have presence. So if I do enter, See, now you don't see Apple at all, right? So this is you okay when the categories are only three. But what if I want to, what if Apple had 100 categories? Okay, then I would have to go check in every single place what are the categories that are given by Apple and then do it. So instead of this, what I'll then do is I'll just have the nested category where category not equal to all, and then I would do select, sorry, category from Amazon Electronics where brand is equal to Apple. Okay. So this gave me the same query. What query I was writing through with putting and right, it gave me the same query. So but because I didn't want to write that long of a query, so what I've done is I've written a small query which basically gives me all the categories which are present, which are sold by Apple. Okay. So since because I'm getting all the categories which are sold by Apple, I can say give me all the products which are not uh, all products which are not sold, in which Apple is not present. Okay. So that is why Apple doesn't sell e-readers, Apple doesn't sell gaming consoles, Apple doesn't sell TVs in this database. Okay. So it is just a simple way of writing more than two, three ands. One condition and other condition and other condition and other condition on a same column. So for a single column, if you want to write 4, 5 and conditions, you can just write an all query. Okay. I'll give a question on this. So let us say what I'll do is, so give me all the products in which Amazon is not present in that category. Okay. For example, if you take e-reader, right? No e-reader, Amazon, only Amazon is present. So if you take TV, Amazon doesn't sell TV. So this one should be one of the examples. If you take laptops, Amazon doesn't sell laptop. So I can print this also because Amazon is not in the laptop category. Amazon is not in the drones category, right? So write using all that kind of answer. So how will you write a query for this? So what I would do is I would select all the products from Amazon Electronics where category is such that it is not equal to any category that is sold by Amazon. Select category from Amazon Electronics where category is equal to Amazon. Okay. So now put a semicolon. If I run, category, oh, no, category should not be Amazon. I was talking about brand. Okay. So now you see these are the products in which Amazon doesn't have any presence at all. So in future, if Amazon wants to, they can add a product in this category. They can put us, they can make their own smartphone. They can make their own headphone. So this is a way to know in what all categories they're not present. Okay. Somebody has written product from Amazon where category is not all selected. Okay. Yeah, something similar. Okay. So it is as simple as instead of writing a lot of and on a single column, we write one single all. Saying all of the items inside this should be satisfying the criteria. Okay. We'll go ahead with the next one. So it can also be used select having also we have a condition, right? Select is normally and having and where. Even in having we can use all condition. Okay. Mm -hmm. So we'll go ahead next. So between operator, this also I think we had discussed about this. So what between operator does is it is as good as writing less than and greater than. So if I do select star from is an electronics where price, let's say I want all the items whose price is greater than or equal to 200 and less than or equal to 400. So what would I do? Where price is less than or equal to 200 and price is uh, no, price is greater than or equal to 200. Greater than or equal to 200 and price is less than or equal to 400. Okay. So now if I do enter, so it will give me all the items which are there in 200 to 400 range. So instead of writing two queries like this, right? Less than or equal to and greater than or equal to, I can write where price between uh, what was the syntax? One second. Where price between value one and value two. Between 200 and 400. So this will also give me the same number of items. Okay, how much rows it has given me? It gave me these many rows, right? So now if I do control enter, see it gives me the same value. So between is as good as writing less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. Okay. So it means this is inclusive. So you can not only use this for this, and you can also use it against strings as well. So it would do string is like if I do where name is between, let's say I want to find out all items which start with A and less than D. Okay. So now it should give me less than or equal to D. Less than I want to D means I'll do less than or equal to D only should be fine, but D, no, it will give me with E also. So it will give me with D. But usually we don't use this between for strings and all. We'll use this for dates and we'll use this for numbers mostly. Okay, so if I hit enter, so it should give me all the items which are between A and D. Okay. 200 and 400 is also included. So that is why I said it is as good as writing greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. So instead of writing this, I can also write where price between 200 and 400. Both of these lines are one and the same. Okay, it is inclusive. So we'll go to the next one. Between is done. So in operator, so let us say just like and, right? So and it was like all the items were, so when I had done here and, okay. So here I didn't know what are the categories, right? So but let us assume I knew the categories and I wanted to find if the items are in any of the category. So then what I would do is like saying where category is in any of the categories. So I can give where category is in smartphones or it is in tablets. So it is just like saying if you want to do any, it's like if I wanted to write where category is equal to smartphone or category is equal to tablets, right? So instead of writing like this, I can write where category in any of this. Okay, so if I just do this also, it should be fine. Right, so now it has returned me all the items whose category is smartphones or tablets. So instead of writing many or queries, I'll write one in query. Okay, so, so that is what is in. It allows to specify two or more values in a where clause. So because of this, we don't have to use multiple ors, right? And we just looked at how we write it. Okay, and also we can use in as well as not in. So now instead of this, if I do not in, so it will take me all the values that are not in this category. So I'll get all the items which are neither smartphone nor tablet. Okay, so if I do control enter, see. So I got everything which is neither a smartphone nor a tablet. Okay, let's move ahead. The not operator. So not operator is like basically some value is there. If you put not in front of it, it becomes false. So just like here we did, right? So there was in, not in means whatever is the opposite of it. Okay. So similarly, I can say not category. So just like how you've done here, right? So anything, if you put a not in front of it, becomes opposite, where not category is equal to the company. So this is like saying anything which is not Amazon. Sorry, Amazon company. I think it wouldn't come here. Oh no, it shouldn't come here. I'm sorry. In iron, it will not come. So it is used only in places where you have in and these kind of words, right? Um, these queries, all and or between in and all. Okay. So not all, not and. And also cannot use. You can, I think you can use in not in between. Uh, in between, not in between is possible. Not in is possible. Not any is possible. Okay. You can't use it with greater than or less than. I think this should be wrong then. Where is the presentation? This example is wrong. Okay. Yeah. So let us go to the next one. So similarly, just like and, right, we have another query called as any. The difference between and any is, and everything was, it was checking for all the values. In any, it checks for one single value. Even if one of the values is true, it will get in. So just like here. So, so if I wanted to write this as any query, no, not this. Category is equal to all from and is Amazon. Okay. So now what I'm doing is I want to find all the items. Uh, no, this that doesn't make sense. One category cannot be equal to all category. So not this. So now if I do any here, right? So now what it will give me? It will give me all the products which are there in any categories that are sold by Amazon. Okay. So this is like when I run this, category is any. Oh, Amazon has only two items. Kya? Let's say not Amazon. Let's say Apple. Okay. So there should be some competitor for this. Huh. Okay. So Apple sells smartphone, and who else is selling smartphone? Samsung is selling smartphone. Nobody else sells anything. Let's take some other company. Wait, Samsung. Okay. So Samsung sells smartphone and Samsung sells variable. So who else sells smartphone and variable? So there is Apple which sells smartphone and there is Fitbit which sells variable. So this is saying it is, I wrote this in, right? So it is like saying where category in smartphones or variables. So this is both are one and the same, but the only difference is inside this in you cannot write a subquery. You cannot write another query, but in any and you can write a query. Okay. So now what this will do is any will check for even if any one item inside this is satisfying this criteria that it is equal to the category, then it will pass. Okay. First, what was this? Yeah, that is also right. It is variable. So inside this, any whatever you write it, any and it is variable. It depends on what is inside the table. But in will always check that it is, if you put three values, it will always check for those three values. Okay. So this shows the record of any values written by the subquery, and it should meet at least one match at least one value. So to proceed ahead. And yeah, this is it for any. So the next operator is like. Okay. So what is like operator? So let us say I have products which are I have four names. Let's say people who are uh, let's say there are 5 students in the class. Ramesh Kumar, Rakesh Kumar, Raju Kumar, and Sumit Kumar. So now if I wanted to find all the people and there are random other names. So let's say now I wanted to write a query which I wanted where I wanted to find all the people whose name ends with Kumar. Okay. So then what I will do is I will do a select name from table where name like I'll do dollar, not dollar, what is this called? Percentage symbol and then Kumar. Okay. So what this will do is it will match anything that is the dollar means any amount of characters. It can be anything. So Rakesh ends with Kumar. So Rakesh Kumar will match. Raju ends with Kumar. So Raju Kumar will match. Sumit ends with Kumar. So Sumit Kumar will match. None of these people are ending with Kumar, right? So they don't match. Okay. So this will return me like that. So if I was to show you, okay. In this example, we have this smartphones, right? Select star from Amazon Electronics. So let us say I want to find all the items which ends with phone category. Okay. What all will come? Headphone will come, smartphone will come. Okay. So if I was to do that, select all from Amazon items where category like dollar, not dollar, percentage and then phones. Okay. So now if I hit enter, so this has written me all the categories which are ending with phones, right? So now let us say I didn't want to find, I wanted to find something else. Okay. So if I do this table, what does it? Uh, so let us say I want to find out all the product whose name starts with Apple. So almost all Apples have Apple, iPhone, Apple like this, right? So then what I'll do, instead of adding it at the end, dollar at the end, I'll add the dollar in the end. Instead of adding the dollar in the sorry, instead of adding this percentage in the beginning, I'll add this percentage symbol at the end. So now what it will do, Apple and then percentage. So now it will return me all the items which are starting with Apple and it can have any amount of characters afterwards. So what all it should return me? It should return with this, this, then what other Apple is that? This. Okay. And if I run this, what happened? Okay. Hmm. Sorry. Name. Right. So now because I've put Apple in the beginning and dollar, it is returning me all the items whose name is starting with Apple. Okay. So let us say I didn't want this. I still wanted something else. Say, what do we want to do? We want to find out items that are starting with this won't give you example. Okay, I go dot pro. What is a good example? So let us say I want to find items which are starting with Apple and ending with Pro. It can be Apple iPad Pro, Apple iPhone Pro, like that, right? So what I'll do, Apple, I'll put dollar, then I'll put Pro in the end. Okay. So now let's see what does it return to us. Correct, right? So you have Apple iPad AirPods Pro, Apple iPad Pro. So basically what I've done, in the starting give me Apple, in the end give me Pro, in middle you can fill whatever you want, right? So there are three possible places how you can write it. That is, have percentage in the beginning and then whatever string, end string. Have percentage in the, have string in the beginning and then you have string like this, or you can again have start string, you have a percentage and then you have end string. Okay. So here what we are doing, here we are doing anything. Let the word start with anything. If it ends with this particular string, then match it. If the word starts with start string and it can end with anything, then also match. If the word starts with some value, in the middle it can have whatever it want, and then if it ends with some particular value, then have this also. So these are the possible ways how you can use like. Okay. So if you also remember yesterday we were checking dates also using like, right? You can even check dates. So select star from patients. So now let us say I want to find out all the people who were born in January. What will I do? Where uh, birth date, date like. So how do we find out people who are born in January? It should be have a percentage in the beginning. Then January means 01, and then let them be born on any date. Okay. So then it will give me all the people who were born in January. Can you see 1967 Jan 7, 1967 Jan 31st, 1967 Jan 27, like that. Okay. Now let us say I don't want this. I want to find out all the people who were born on first of any month. Then what I would do, I would just do 01. So what it will do, it will find out all the values that are ending with last as 01. Middle it can be whatever it want. Okay. See? So now it has given me all the people whose birth date is on first of the month. 8 is what? 8 is August 1st, February 1st, November 1st. Okay. So now let us say I don't want this. I want to find out all the people who were born in 2000. Now what I do 2000 and then I can put a like symbol. If I do enter, so this has given me all the people who were born in 2000. So after logical operators, what did we have? We have other operators, that is set operator, bitwise, and unary. These are mostly not used. I'll just cover these, okay? Just for your knowledge. Null value, set operator, any like set. Okay. Set are actually used. The other ones are not used that much. Okay. So what does set operator has for? Union, all, intersect, and minus. So you might have used these in maths as well. So in maths you have union of two sets, intersection of two sets, minus of two sets, right? So it is very similar to that. We'll try to look at all of them. Okay. So what does union operators do? It combines the result of two, more than one select statements, right? Like for example, if I have one select statement and it looks at few different columns, and I have another select statement, it looks at few different columns. So what we do is when we combine both of them, whatever output you get, that is the output of union. And what it does is it removes all the duplicates. Like for example, hmm, let's use from here. Star from Amazon Electronics, where brand is equal to Amazon. Okay. So now if I run this, it will only give me items that are from Amazon. And if I run Apple, it will only give me items that are from Apple. But let us say I wanted to combine these both. Then what I'll do is I'll do a union. And I will do select. Okay, if I do Apple instead of Apple, I'll do Amazon. So now it should give me the values from both the tables. Okay. If I run this, what do you see? It has combined the values of both Apple and Amazon, right? And if I did again Apple here, no, as I said, it will remove duplicates. It will only show Apples once, right? It has removed the duplicates. So this is what is union. If you have learned in your maths classes. So let's say there is one table A and then there is another table B. So what we do is we overlap both those tables. And if there is anything which is coming more than once, we'll show it only once. Okay. So I've chosen all the items that are from Apple, and I've chosen all the Apple items that are from Amazon, and then I've combined them. Okay. Second. So this is union. But how do I tell what is different or what is same? Okay, that also matters, right? So what two rows are considered? Say, let us say there are. I'll take a table example: first name and last name. First name is one column and last name is another column. So let's say first name is Guru Prasad and last name is Veeranavaru. Okay, and then let us say in another table, this is table one. Table one, and let us say another table which has the name. This is table two, and let us say this has the name Guruprasad Srivastav. Okay. So now when I do a combination of both of these both are two different things. Okay. So when we are checking for union, we are checking all the items in the row. So only if all the items in the row match, it is considered as a same column, same horizontal row, and then we don't repeat it. But even if one item is different, right? Like here Srivatsav is there and here Veeranavaru is there. So both of these are two different columns. So both of them will be output inside the table. Okay. But let us say this is also same. Then both of these are considered as same columns, the same rows, and we won't repeat them. So that is why when I did this, right, when both are from apple, it is not repeating the items because everything is same, right? If everything was not same, no, then it would change it. Okay, but let us say I have one condition where I have to output all the values separately. Like I want items from this table also, I want items from this table also. What would I do then? Then we do union all. Okay. So now what do you see the change? Even though the columns and rows are, even though the rows are same, Apple iPhone 12 799, Apple iPhone 12, Apple 799, both of them are printed. Sorry, why are both of them printed? Both of them are printed hmm, because I've done union all. Okay, so whenever we do union all, irrespective of whatever are the items in both the tables, we print all of them. It's just like mixing, taking both of them and just printing one after the other, both of them. Okay, so let us go back to the slides. So here we combine the output of two or more select statements. So it is not necessary that this has to be from the same table only. Okay, it can be from Amazon Electronics table 123, or it can be from some other table. Why I was using the same table here, but it can be from other tables also. If I want to show you that also, I think I should have other tables. Student has name. Student has name. Okay, I can show that. So select name from Amazon Electronics, where brand is Apple, and I'll do select name. Okay, name from, this is another table, student table. Name as name. I don't do anything. So now both the tables are different, right? But even if I run this, it should still run. Okay, see. So it has taken the value name from Apple, this table, Amazon Electronics table, and then it has taken this value from, just to give example, select name, comma, table is equal to. Second. Does this work? Name. Okay. So now what you can see, this Apple iPhone, whatever, it is coming from electronics table, and this is coming from students table. They are both coming even though the table name is different. Why? Because the number of rows, the number of columns is same, and the type of the column is also same. This is also name, this is also name, this is also string, this is also string. So if I would add one more new column here, right, it will fail. Let's say I add from student, I have name, and then I have roll number. So now if I run this, right, it will fail. So it has failed. Uh, so if you see, it says the used select statement have different number of columns. What does it mean? It means that this first table has only two columns, name and electronics. But the second table has three columns. Name is one column, roll number is one column, and student is another column. So that is the reason why the table name is another column. Sorry, table name is another column. So since both of the tables don't have same number of columns, the query is failing. So let us assume even they had same number of columns, but if the values are different, it will still fail. So let's say I remove this table name column and do roll number. What is string? I think both are string then. So instead string, let us say I had electronics here. No, I had what do you say? I'll remove this electronics. Let's say I had here what is price? Price should be decimal. So now if I run this, it still works. Okay. Price also decimal. Okay. Then only the number of columns are supposed to be same. Okay. Let us go. So we combine the result of two or more select statements and the output is same. It looks like the image that I had shown you. And the syntax says we have the number of columns same from table one, and it can be any different table. The number of columns should be same, and the name of the table, name of the column also should be same. And then we just remove the duplicates are removed. Okay. So this also we discussed. What if there are two rows which have one column, one same and one different? Uh, it will treat those two rows as separate and then include both of them. The example that I gave you, first name, last name. Guruprasad with some different address and Guruprasad with another different address. Okay. And we also discussed about union all. So in union all, duplicates are not removed. So whatever items are there in table one, they all are shown. Whatever items are there in table two, all of them are also shown. Okay. So let us go to next one, that is intersect. So if you look at the image of intersect, we this is what. So let us say there are two tables. Set A is one table, set B is one table, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from table 1 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 6, 8 from table 2. So what is common among these both? 3 and 4 are common, right? So 3, 4 is here, 3, 4 is also here. So whatever is the common among this is called as the intersection of this. So even in case of tables, the same thing applies. So let us say here I do a select name, price, name, brand from Amazon Electronics, union, select name, comma, brand from Amazon Electronics. Okay. Instead, I'll do intersection here. Okay, no, it is not intersection. I think it intersect. No, it is the query name. Why is it? I think intersect is not supported in MySQL. Second one. Should be yes. Intercepted except intersect. I think this query. Hmm. Okay. Why is it showing where? Let's say brand is Amazon. So this should show me only the items that are. Why is it showing select is not valid at this version expecting end of file? Okay, that is not correct. Showing wrong one. But you can see, right? So because I've selected brand name Amazon, this table has everything that is coming from here. But this table only has items that are from Amazon. So what is the intersection of both of them? Amazon. Let us say I wanted to do some other kind of validation. So select all the items that are from Amazon Electronics, whose where price is greater than 100. So now it is basically, we have done two different things. So from first table, we are selecting all the items whose price is greater than 100. And from second table, we are selecting all the items who's from Amazon. So now what should the intersection give us? The intersection should give us all the items whose price is greater than 100 and whose brand is Amazon. Okay. And if I run this, okay. So there is only one item whose brand is Amazon and whose price is greater than 129. Okay. So it is as simple as saying, get me all the rows which are same in the first row, which are present in the first table as well as which are present in the second table. Okay. So let us move ahead. Minus operator. So minus is, again, you should be able to find an image for this as well. A set diagram. Okay. So this is this. So if I do A minus B, right? So I'll have all the items in the A and I'll remove the items which are present inside B. Okay. So like, for example, this should show it better. So 2, 4, 6, 3, 5, 7, all of these are present in A, but in B only 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 are present. So if I do A minus B, I'll remove all the items that are present in A as well as which are present in B. So it is as good as saying, take the intersection of A and B and then subtract it from A. Okay. So this is supported in some other SQL languages, but it is not supported in MySQL. Okay. Currently it is not there. So, but again, the syntax should be same in other languages. Select column names and then you do a minus and select column names. So what this will do, this will show you the elements that are only there in first table and not there, that are only there in first table. They should not be there in second table. Okay. So unary operators. So unary operators are kind of operators where there is only one operand. For example, there are 3, positive, negative, and bitwise. So it should be very straightforward. So positive is when you add plus in front of a column, it makes the column value positive. Just like if I would show you here, select name, comma, brand, comma, plus price. Okay. From Amazon Electronics. Anyway, all of these are already positive, so they'll become positive. But if I would select minus, they become minus, right? So these are the unary. Positive is you just add positive in front of the name and the values become positive. In case they're negative, unary negative is you add negative in front of the name whenever they are you add negative whenever they are positive and it becomes negative. So bitwise, not what it does is it is like it gives you a complement. So let's say there is a number. If you convert the number and it becomes 001100, its negation will be 110011. 0 has become 1. This 0 has become 1. Wherever we had 1 1, they became 0 0. Wherever there was 0 0, again it became 1 1. Okay. So here also you would do negation here, but here what it will do is it will convert it into binary, then do a negation and then convert it back into numbers. So you don't have to worry about that. It will give you some random number. Okay. Because these are, these are 64-bit 16 4 bytes, 8 bytes value. So what happens is there are a lot of zeros in the beginning and then there are 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 like this. So because of that, all these will become ones. Then wherever 0 it become 1, wherever 1 it becomes 0, and then the number becomes, when you convert the number, it becomes like this. We don't usually use this in normal day-to-day stuff. So just for your knowledge. Okay. So then these are unary operators, and then we have again bitwise AND and bitwise OR. So what does bitwise AND and bitwise OR do? They'll take binary values and then they do a AND and OR of individual bits. If I was to show it again here, right? So let us say I had the binary value was 3 was 1 and I had 5. So if I do 3 and 5, what is the binary value of 3? Binary value of 3 is 1 1. Binary value of 5 is 1 0 1. Okay. So if I do 3 and 5, 1, it will become 0 1 1 and 1 0 1. So so it is like 0 and 1. When I'm doing and, 1 and 0 is 0. 1 and 1 and 0 is again 0. 1 and 1 is 1. So when I do a bitwise AND of 3 and 5, it should give me a value 1. I can show that. Select 3 and 5. It is giving me 1, right? You can see. So if I was doing a bitwise OR, 1 and 1 or 0 is 1. 1 or 0 is again 1. 1 or 1 is 1. So what would it give me? This will become, this is 4, this is plus 2, and this is plus 1. So it should become 7, right? 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. So 3 or 1 should give me 7. Select 3 bitwise OR and 5 should give me 7. Give me 7, right? So we don't directly use these values whenever we are taking from the table. But let us say you want to calculate some value inside a function. When you want to do bitwise and or inside a function, that time we use these commands. Okay. So that's it with the commands. Let's say you write a whole statement and you add a lot of statements in this. So let's say like um, select star from Amazon Electronics, where let's say price is greater than 100 and category is equal to Apple, or brand category cannot be Apple, category can be smartphone, or brand is equal to Amazon. Okay. So when you write whole a big line like this, how should it know what I should execute first? Okay. So in maths, you have this rule, right? You would have learned in your school at BODMAS. What does BODMAS stands for? Bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Addition, subtraction. So it's like this, right? So similarly, even when you're writing these columns in one, when you're writing these operators in one line, right? So who should execute first is given by this operator precedence. Okay. So whoever is present at the top, right, they are given more value first. And when you come down and down, they are given lesser and lesser value. So in a same line, if you have double star, this is called exponential operator. You have exponential operator, and then you have plus or minus. Then the exponential operator is given more importance first. So this part is executed first, and then they execute plus or minus. Okay, and so on and so forth. Then you execute star and divide, and then plus minus and or, and then you're equal to, not equal to. All of these are operated calculated afterwards, like this only. So when you have a statement, this table defines which one is executing, which operation is executing first. Okay. Next thing that we are going to talk about is limit and offset. So this is also part of select statement. Okay. So we use limit and offset in select statement. So how we are going to use, I'll just tell you. But before I go, you might have seen in lot of pages, right? In lot of web pages, you have this number where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you click on one and it shows certain amount of, sorry, if you click on one, it shows first 10 items. If you click on two, it shows second 10 items. Even in Google search, you'll have, right? So let us say I did this Google search. If I go all the way to the bottom, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I click on 2, it shows some other values. I click on 3, it shows some other values, right? And at some places, you also have an option to, let me just show you pagination with, So you have this, right? Oh, what should I? Where is? Huh. So this if you take. So they also give you an option to choose how many number of pages you want per show, like 10 pages, 20 pages, uh, whatever may be the number, right? So how are they achieving this? So let us say you have a mobile phone here, and then there is a backend system here, and you have a database here. Okay. And inside the database, there are 1 billion items. Okay. These are 1 billion products. Let's say you are browsing Amazon, and then you have 1 billion products. Okay. So now when I do a query, when I say Amazon, get me all the items, when I open homepage of Amazon, do you think it is going to send me all 1 billion items? No, right? It is not going to send. If it is trying to send you all 1 billion items, let us say one item is of 100 KB. So 1 billion item will be 4 5 GB or full, so big, right? 4 to 5 GB, whatever it is. So it is humanly impossible. It is, but network wise also it is impossible to send all 1 billion items. So what does Amazon do? Amazon will tell you, I'll not send you 1 billion items. I'll give you first 10 items. Okay. So it will say choose the number of items. So let's say I have 10 items per page, and then it gives me buttons here. Page number 1, page number 2, page number 3, page number 4, page number 5, page number 6. Okay. So it is giving me like this. So now when I choose page number 1, what is it giving me? It is giving me 1 second. Okay, I can write here. It is giving me first 10 items in the database. So in the database, let's say 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So it is giving me first 10 items when I choose page number 1. Okay. So let us say I'm a very picky customer. I didn't like any products that is there on the page 1. So I tell give me page 2. Okay. So then I click on page 2. When I go to page 2, what items is it giving me? It is giving me 11 to 20, right? So let's say I didn't like page 2 also. I went directly to page 6. So when I go to page 6, what does it giving me? It is giving me 51 to 60, right? So this way, what we are doing, we are achieving, we are letting the user do what they want to do. They want to browse products, and we are also making the call, making the response very fast. How are we making it fast? If I was supposed to send all the 1 billion items via network through the phone, it will become huge, huge, huge. So that is why what I'm doing, I'm only sending the first 10 values, then I'm sending next 10 values, then I'm sending next and next 10 values. Okay. So let us say the customer is, the customer is not using a mobile phone. The customer is using a very big computer screen. Okay. So now if he sees only 10 items, it will only fill the top of the screen. So now he says, don't give me 10 items, instead give me 50 items per page. Okay. So he has told me, give me 50 items per page. So now if I choose page 1, what items is the database returning me? It is returning me from 1 to 50, right? If I choose page 2, it is returning me from 51 to 100. If I choose page 3, it is returning me from 101 to 150, right? So depending on whatever this page number is, right, it is giving me items. Okay, so the formula should something be like this. So let us say if the page number, and page size. So let us say if the person wants page number 1, so what I'll do, I'll calculate the page number 1 means, so let this be P and let this be S. So what will I then return to the customer? I'll return P minus 1 into S plus 1 to P into S. Okay. So for example, if the page size was 10 and if the customer was looking for first page, so this will be 1, this will be 10. If the customer is looking for second page, it will be P minus 1, 2 minus 1, that is 1 into 10, that is the size of the page, plus 1. So this will be 11. This will be 2 into 10, it will be 20. So if the customer is looking for 8th page, what will be written? So we'll return 8 minus 1 into 10 plus 1, that is 71 to 8 into 10, that is 80, right? So this is how we do it. This whole thing together is called pagination. Okay. So now how do we tell this to the database? When we want to tell that to the database, give me items from 11 to 20. How do we tell this to the database? So there are two values that we use. One is limit and the other is offset. So what does limit means? Limit is like telling the database, if I say limit number of rows to 10, so then the database will only give me 10 rows. Okay. So if I say limit the number of rows to 20, then the database will only give me 20 rows. Okay. Like for example, you select star from, what is the table name? Amazon Electronics, limit 10. Okay. So now what is happening? It is giving me 10 values, right? But if I give it 5, it is only giving me the first 5 values. If I say give me 20, so it will return me all the 20 values. Okay. If I do 30, there are only 20 items in this list, so it will only return me 20. Okay. You can see that. Select count from my count. I think you need a star in SQL, MySQL. Count star from Amazon Electronics. So if you see what is the number of columns, number of rows, the number of rows is 20. So that is why when I did select star from Amazon Electronics limit 30, it only gave me 20 values. Okay. Let us assume now the page size is what? The page size is 5. So now this has given me first 5 items, right? So now let us say I want to tell the database, don't give me first 5 items, give me next 5 items. How will I do that? Okay. So that is where we use offset. So what does offset do? Offset is like telling, give me pages starting from some particular value. So this is like, if I tell 10, no, what offset will do? It will skip me the first 10 values and it will start from the 11th value. Okay. So like for example, if I do limit 5, offset 5 and then limit 5. So then what it will do? Offset, I think it comes after this or what? Yeah, okay. So offset should be after limit. So when I do limit 5 and offset 5, so this is like saying skip the first 5 items, give me the next 5 items. So now if I do an enter, what is the number that came here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So because I skipped the first 5 items, I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let us say instead of skipping first 5 items, I was only going to skip one item. So then what will I get? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead of skipping first one item, let's say I skipped first 2 items. I'm getting the items with ID 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So now if the page size is 5 and I want what do you say? First page, what will I do? Don't skip anything. Skip 0 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us say now I say I want to skip. I want to go to second page because the page size is 5. Second page starts from item number 6. So I'll skip first 5 items. Okay. So this will give me page number 2 because 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let us say the user says I want page number 3. So page number 3 means how many pages are over? 2 pages are over. One page is of what size? 5. So 5 into 2, 10. So skip 10 items. This will give me 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So similarly, if I want to skip 3 pages, what will I do? Page size is 3. 3 into 5 is 15. So I have to skip 15 pages. So what will I do? Then I'll do 15. Okay. So now it gives me 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So let us say if I do 20, because if I skip 20 items, there is nothing remaining, right? So it should give me empty now. Okay. So understood the idea. The idea is offset is like the page, how many pages you are supposed to skip, and limit is how many items do you want to, what is the size of the page. Okay. And because we know what is the size of the page, if I am on one particular page, let's say page number n, I know how many items to skip. That is n minus 1 into the size of the page. Okay. So that is what is limit and offset. If we go to the definition, so limit is like saying how many number of rows you want from the output. We do a select star from table and then whatever is the number we want to limit. And what is offset? Offset is from where you want to start returning the data, or it is like saying how many rows you want to skip. Okay. The output is very similar. Select star from artists where so and so, so and so. Okay. So now we have completely finished the select query. So how will the final select query look like? There should be something like this. So we have select where we decide what are the names of the columns. Then we have a from where what is the table name. Then you have a where clause where you have the condition. Group by if you want to group items in one group. Then you have a having clause where there is some condition. Order by was whether you want to order it in descending order or ascending order. And then you have offset that decides how many items I want to skip. And then you have a limit that decides what is the size of the output. Okay. So if you look at the table, right? So this is how the final select query comes to be. So the page size is 4, and I want to show the user third page. Then what will the query look like? Page size is 4. Let's say I make it like this. Show user third page. What will the answer be? The page size should be 4 and you should have to show the user the third page. I want the user to see the third page, not skip 3 pages. Okay. The user is currently on third page, Ankit. So how would I write? I would write select star. Okay, this is done this way. Select star from Amazon Electronics where the not where limit size of the page is fair, page is 4, and offset is I want to show the user third page. So I have to skip two pages, right? So how many items are there in 2 pages? 8 items are there. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So for all the people who are saying 12, if I do limit offset 12, right, it would go to page number 4. 13, 14 are page number 4. To show you, if I wanted to give example, so page 1 will have 1, 2, 3, 4. Page 2 will have 5, 6, 7, 8. Page 3 will have 9, 10, 11, 12, 4, and so on and so forth. Okay. So if I want to say show the user third page, it should be offset should be 8. Okay. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So let us say the page size is 7. I want to show the user page number 2. Then what would the values be? So again, Sushant, the offset is not the number of pages. The offset is, so let's say if I want to show this user second page, right? Offset will be page number -1 into page size. So current page number is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 into page size is 7. So it will be limit 7, offset 7. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so let us assume the page size is 3. I want to show the user 7th page. Yeah, so limit will be 3 and offset will be 7 minus 1, 6, 6 into 3, 18. Okay, so 19, 20. Right. So now I want to show the page size is 3. Let's say page size is 3 and show user second page where products, where brand is Apple. How will you do this now? So the condition is show me all the products where brand is Apple and page size is 3 and I'm on second page. So if you see most of the websites, you can also add a filter, right? If you go to hotels and see 3-star hotel, 4-star hotel, 5-star hotel, and then based on that, you can still see all the items, right? Similarly. So what would I do here? I would do select star from electronics where uh, price, no, where brand is equal to Apple and offset is because I'm asking for page to offset is 3. Okay. I didn't get anything. Why did not I get? Why I didn't get anything? Because there are only 3 items from Apple, so there will be nothing on page 2. So I have to do offset 0. Then see, there are only 3 items from Apple. So let us say I don't want where brand is Apple, where category is it's either smartphone or tablets. Where category is either smartphones or tablets. Let's say page size is 2. Get me the third page. What will be the answer now? Okay, yeah, cool. Page size is 2, not 3. You're supposed to third page, so it will be where category in. Then you have smartphones and tablets, and then limit page size is 2, and I want to show third page, so I'll skip 4 items. So it will be, oh, there are no items only. Okay, let's say I want to show the user second page. Oh, there is only 1 item on second page. Okay, so let us say where category is not smartphone or tablet. What will I do then? I'll just do not n. Okay, so now then if I do, then I get a lot of other things. Okay, then let us say where category is not smartphone or tablets and sort by price. Sort by price high, low to high. Now what, how will you do it? So let's say you're supposed to sort, the item should be such that if I open page 1, I should get the lower prices. If I open page 2, a little bit higher. If I open page 3, little more higher price. How will you do this then? Where category is not smartphone and all, sort by price, and then page size is 2 and show user second page. Okay, I'll just show you. So same, not n, and then you have here order by ASC. So now it becomes what is it saying? Yeah, I didn't check the manual. What did I miss? Order by. Okay, order by. What is the column name? Okay. So now on price, if you see on price page 1, right, the price should be lower. Amazon Eco Dot is 59. Then Nokia 1101 is 100. So on page 2, you will find items which are slightly costly. 129, 229. On page 3, it should be one more costly. 229, 249. On page 4, okay, page 4 should be 6. Sorry, it will be one more costly. 299, 349. Okay. So it skips. So I think it's enough for today. This much. So So if people who want to ask anything, you have doubts, you can turn on your mic and just talk. So what all I thought I'll cover more. It's okay. So what all we covered today, we have finished the cape. So if you see, we did select, still select only. We didn't do anything else. We completed operators. Okay. So this is done. I'll try to finish this in next class. This I'll try this, and whatever is there in create, I'll try to drop for table creation of tables and all. Okay. No, you cannot add two offset condition. So you'll only have one offset condition, right? So you can only skip one amount of rows. You cannot do offset. Two is not possible.
One doubt, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, yesterday, before 2 days, I have received one mail from your team that we
Hmm.
need to update what we are learning in this class on our LinkedIn. So, can you please show us the proper way? How can we update the learnings on our LinkedIn account?
Learning. So there are many ways that you can do. One is one second, I'll just show you. If you open your profile, right? You can do a post also. A lot of people do this, but I don't prefer doing it. But you can, if you go and if you open your own profile, right? So you should be able to see. One is you can add in your experience that you're currently, whatever is you're a student learning uh, Java development course, right? You can add that here, and you can tag, you can add the Atharva team and all, or you can do skills here. You can add skills. See, if you search, you will have SQL, MySQL.
Okay, sir.
Well, is there? Then you have MySQL. Add this, so you can do this also, or you can writing a post. No, if you want, you can just, so people write this, right? So today I learned this class. What is this? One second. So people write posts, right? So if you open on LinkedIn, you will see most of the people will write. Today I learned this.
Yes, sir.
If you want, you can do that also. That is not necessary. I feel you will. It's simply you're putting a lot of content on LinkedIn waste. You can adding in skill section. That is enough.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Mm,
I
okay.
will do that, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. So you are able to understand the classes properly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. So you guys do one thing. Okay. For next class, try, if you search MySQL download, right? I'm assuming most of you are using Windows, so you get the installer. So download this. So this is just 2.4 MB, but once you have downloaded this, right, uh, you need to actually log in and create an account. So you can do sign up. It asks you very simple questions, email address, name, password, whatever. So even if you don't know, if you don't have anything, also just give normal student and all. Okay, and then create an account. Once you create an account, it will allow you to download. I've already created the account. If I do a login, then it should start downloading. Okay. So once you are signed in, you can download it. So after downloading, you will get. So it is mostly self-explanatory kind of a thing. You just start clicking next. Wherever they ask for password, just say root. Okay. So now cancel. Yes, I'll
So
just show
should
you.
we download this like
Yeah,
today or
yeah, yeah.
tomorrow?
Yeah, you try downloading it today because it needs a lot of internet and all, right? Might not
Mm-hmm.
be possible in one class if you're using. Okay, it is showing me another screen. Because I have it installed already, no, so it should show me that I've installed most of the stuff. See, so it is asking me add modifier upgrade. Okay, so you can install MySQL Server, Workbench. Just initially it asks you what all you want to add. Just click on all of this. should be fine. You'll let to know what is each of them later on. But once you install all this now, we just have to just do add, because I've already installed everything. It is not showing me anything. Add, and then just go next. Keep going next. At one place, it'll ask you for some password. Just give root. User is admin and password is root, and then end it. Once you complete it, no, it will automatically, if you open MySQL Workbench, cancel this. So I'm here, no. So
Okay,
if
sir.
you once you install
Yeah.
it, it's like this. So now if you do MySQL Workbench, it should show you something like it's loading. Wait, what happened? Okay, it's coming now. Okay, so it should show you that there is one MySQL instance running, local instance, and you need to enter the password. They're given root only, so it's okay. Once you log in, now you'll be able to see all the uh, on the side. You get to see all the databases. So these are different databases. These come by default. World database comes by default. The Sakila comes by default, and inside database you have different tables. So you should be able to try at least installing till here. If you're not able to get it also, I think there should be a lot of videos on YouTube from where you can just see how to install. If you try to do it in class, it'll take a lot of time. Okay.
No problem. We can take some help from YouTube
Yeah.
if I'm not able to install.
Yeah. 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 So that try getting it ready. If not, maybe if you're facing some errors, I can separately help you out end of the session, like whenever we get last 10-15 minutes, so that will not already we have a lot to cover. Right. So I don't want to waste the time there. Okay, cool. Then I'll end the class today. Tomorrow we'll discuss about um I'd already prepared the presentation, but tomorrow we'll do creating a table, update, not create a table, insert statement, update statements, and delete statements. Insert, update, delete, and if time is left, we'll also go over creation, deletion, updating of tables. Okay, cool then. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.